Recognize and react to child abuse and educate the public to do the same, to serve as advocates to provide strength and stability to families in crisis, and be an answer to the prayer of an abused child or teen for courage, support, and protection. Don't let your silence drown out their cries.
Taste, she felt the blood running through her veins. She liked the life she had, she loved her big cats and the beauty of being untamed. Well, everything was fine, just as sweet as wine, but her husband went and disappeared. Got a little crazy crazy, it got a little hazy, and the cop said there's something wrong here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama made this for you. If you're ever down in Tampa on a big cat refuge, don't pick a fight with your wife, 'cause it's a big 40 acres, and if you're not careful, you'll be gone in the blink of an eye. No bones, no remains, but that won't change the fact that Dawn sure ain't coming back. But you can't prosecute, there's just no use, there's nothing left but tiger track. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama made this for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama made this for you. Mama made this for you.
Yeah, scratch that ass. Scratch, 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 scratch that ass. Yeah, scratch that ass. Scratch, 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 scratch that ass.
Tiger Prince in the cage.
I wake up, I go to work, but every day I get someone trying to slam me down back in the dirt. I don't care, I move tell all the hunters to lay down their guns. Tell them that the tiger needs a little bit of love. Let them run the jungle, let them roam their land. Then stand back and marvel, what a beautiful cat. 'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. I can give him a home, safe and warm, but the law wants to ban me. Can you tell me who's wrong? Every time they move, every time they breathe, I can feel their power, I can feel their peace. 'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. Is a ticket that'll soon be gone, so you better take a picture. What a sad, sad song. We'll call it Armageddon, such a painful loss. When they kill all the tigers in the Holocaust. 'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, the tiger saw a man. Well, I saw a tiger, the tiger saw a man.
Joe Exotic TV is a licensed member of the U.S. Press Association. All video footage is owned and played by White Monkey Productions. Some scenes may be reenacted or recreated, dramatized, or made up for purposes of entertainment only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JoeExotic.tv here on this Sunday evening. We got one more day, and then we'll be off for 2 days and catching up on a few things and trying to get some videos made. Tomorrow is video message number 100. I don't think a whole lot of people out there thought I had the stamina to keep this up. We're going to go every day until November the 8th. And by November the 8th, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to expose a whole bunch of shit. One big thing about all this is a lot of people don't understand. This show right here is live worldwide. It gives us the opportunity to educate the people that donate money to Carol Baskin and the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and PETA and the Humane Society and many more. And with just this show alone, if we can get everybody to bring your friends every night and set the alarm so you don't forget what time it's coming on, we could educate this, and we could not only take our rights back, but we could stop their funding and put them in a hell of a hurt. And we can make our politicians listen to us and make wiser choices of what affects our rights. First coming up tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is video message number 99. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 99 of the video messages that I'm putting out over the next few months till November the 8th of this presidential election. Today I'd like to educate you just a little bit about a couple issues. One, Social Security. Two, where all of this fraud and bullshit starts in this country. All right? First thing is a lot of young people, you don't understand how Social Security works, okay? When you get paid, you and your employer pay out close to 15% of your gross income on your paycheck to Social Security. The government does not put in a dime. Now understand that single people in this country make up 49% of the population. 30% of those people die without ever being married, which means their Social Security goes right back into the system. This was all designed so you would have a retirement fund when you reach the age of 65 years old. It's not an entitlement. It's you paid cash in this. It's not a welfare check. Understand this. You and your employer, over your entire work history, paid this in to a bank run by the government that is supposed to be a savings account for you when you retire. Now, the worst part about this is all of these people die, and that goes back into the system, okay? If you're single. The single person in this country gets screwed. You pay higher insurance for your car, you pay higher health care insurance, you pay higher government taxes and everything else because you're discriminated against for being single. And then when you die, your entire work history of paying into Social Security goes back to the system, and nobody in your family gets that money that you worked your ass off and paid in there. Now here's the worst part about this is the people that paid this in over a 40-year work history and they retired at 65, the money's not there anymore. Why? Because the United States government and the politicians that you are voting into office and that think they're looking out for you used that money on bad investments, and now it's not there for you. So in this political campaign this year, one of the big things that needs to be is that money needs to be put back. Or a lot of people need to go to jail for investing your money, okay? Again, understand this. Are you following me yet? This is your money you put in. The government didn't put a fucking dime of this in there, all right? It was you and your employer, and you working your ass off in order to retire at the age of 65 years old and have some kind of a pension fund to retire on. But it's gone. Why? Because of over military spending? $4 billion on a balloon that crashes in Pennsylvania? Or let's talk about a few other things. How about overpaying Congress and a bunch of other politicians? After 49 years of you working $892,919.98, if you took a look at 3% per year, you'd receive $26,787.60 per year, and it would last more than 30 years until you reach the age of 95, if you retired at the age of 65. They call this Social Security and Medicare an entitlement, even though most of us have been paying it in our whole lives. And now when it's time to collect, the government's running out of money. Why did the government borrow from this in the first place? It was supposed to be in a lockbox, not a general fund. You remember Congress? With all the free health care, outrageous retirement packages, 67 paid holidays, 3 weeks paid vacation, and unlimited sick days? And you can't even get the check back when you retire, the money that you paid in. Meanwhile, these political freeloaders up there in Congress are living high off the hog, again, while you, the American person, works your ass off and gets nowhere in this country. And this is the year that it needs to stop. All right, I had some smartass on my Facebook last night posting comments too chicken shit to stand up and confront me head on. This is all about animals. You know, this is not all about animals. This is about the American person getting screwed up the butt by a bunch of politicians, and it starts with stupid shit just like animals. Okay, you take them poor people over there in Ohio, all right, and Kasich, Governor Kasich. If anybody should be thrown in jail, it should be Governor Kasich. $6.4 million for an animal scam. That it was taken out of the taxpayers' money. They can't even get a decent Social Security check or health insurance over there in Ohio. But he can scam $6.4 million out of the taxpayer funds in order to ship that stuff to his friends. And let me throw something up here on the internet that goes with this exotic animal scam. Let's talk about lions, tigers, and bears for just a minute out there in California. Here a while back, they found this little 6-month-old baby tiger roaming the streets of Helm, California, okay? And they sent it to lions, tigers, and bears, which, might I remind you, are the same people that got a $250,000 contract out of Kasich to move your animals out to California. What happens? They killed it. They put it to sleep to neuter it, and it died. And they're trying to tell us we don't know how to take care of our animals? They raised money off of him, and now he's dead. Just like the 167 down there at Carol Baskin's at Big Cat Rescue, ladies and gentlemen. But again, this all goes back to $6.4 million, taking your rights away and charging the states and them collecting, taking money out of the taxpayers' pockets in order to take animals away from you people. And this is where it all starts. And then it's going to go to dogs, and then it's going to go to cats, and then we're going to fuck with the beef people, we're going to fuck with the pork people, we're going to fuck with the sheep people, and then they're going to start fucking with the 4-H kids. It will never stop until you, the American people, want to put a stop to this stuff. Why did they kill that little baby tiger named Himmel? 6 months old, wandering loose in California? I can bet you a dime to a dollar that they probably turned that little baby tiger loose, the animal rights people, in order to further another agenda. But why is he dead? Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. 94 acres, there was no reason to put that little tiger to sleep to neuter him. We've tried to tell people for years and years and years that it is dangerous to tranquilize a big cat for a sole purpose of neutering them. 94 acres, $250,000 goddamn dollars from Ohio. You couldn't build that thing a separate cage so he couldn't breed? You people need to be hung out and dried. Our tiger population is dwindling on this planet by the day, ladies and gentlemen, and if we don't stop and help save them, they're going to be gone in 10 years. I don't care what any animal rights person says about a tiger emergency in America. We have less tigers in America than they've got in the wild right now. There is only close to 2,800 registered tigers in captivity in the United States, and we have less than 3,000 in the wild right now. And if we don't stand up and speak for these guys, ladies and gentlemen, and quit the fraud and the bullshit from the animal rights organizations and people scamming the taxpayers out of money in order to do a job that they don't know how to do, this shit's got to stop in the name of animals and in the name of your rights right here in America. So, Mr. Greg, you posted shit on my Facebook? Yes, it starts with $6.4 million being ripped off from the Ohio taxpayers that could have took care of some school kids, the hungry, the homeless, and trying to get people back to health in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, this political campaign has not even started. We're going to open up some of the biggest fraud and the biggest scams of politicians. And Hillary Clinton, I got a question for you, lady. If you really care about the American people, let's forget about your friends over abroad and let's put some of that Social Security money back so these elderly people can quit going to a all-you-can-eat buffet and wrapping up food and putting it in their purse in a goddamn napkin because you and the other politicians that you eat dinner with stole their money that they put in their whole life in a Social Security pension fund. Because why? You have bad investments. So bust out that $432 million in your foundation and put some of that money back in Social Security. Because I ain't gonna shut up until you people and you politicians get your shit back on track for the American people. I'm Joe Exotic, and ladies and gentlemen, get on www.joeexotic2016.com and show your support for the American working person that pays in their whole life and they ain't getting nothing back but a hard time from crooked politicians and crooked politics. I'm Joe Exotic, otherwise known as Joseph Maldonado, and I'll see you tomorrow for the big video message number 100. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly the truth, and I don't know how to put it to you any other way. You know, one thing I'll never understand about animal people is they're scared to stand up, and they're scared to voice their opinion. Believe it or not, whether you make noise or not, they know where you're at, and they're going to take your animals slowly but surely. Look at Ohio. How many years did I say, guys, you're going to have to stand up and fight? We're going to have to stand up and fight. They snuck in Ohio, and they did it. They took all the animals away from half the people in Ohio. We have got to educate the lawmakers that having a monkey in your house is no more dangerous than having a crackhead next door. Or the neighbor's kid driving around with a six-pack, drinking and driving, killing somebody. It's all about lobbyist money, and it's all about who stands up and makes the most noise. Do you see them fucking with me? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of anybody. Okay? Well, I'm in and out of the hospital half the time, IVs in my arms. What could be worse? They burnt my shit down almost a year ago next month. Okay? Has it shut me up? They're scared now. Have you seen one animal rights person take me on since I started these videos 100 days ago? You got to stand up and holler, people. It is the only way you're ever going to win this fight. We're going to start these shows as educational shows, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to show the donors that give Carol Baskin her money, the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries their money, PETA their money, the Humane Society of the United States their money, of where it's all going and how big a scams this shit is. Okay? And I'm going to start this morning off with the picture of Kenny that was on my Facebook, all right? And that is one of the biggest scams that is out there with Carol Baskin in today's world. We're going to throw my computer over there. This was the only white tiger, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it was the only tiger in the world ever born with this genetic defect. All right? And they claim that it's from inbreeding. Every white tiger's going to end up looking like this because they're inbred. Bullshit. Have you seen a cat, a normal cat with a snub-nosed face? That was a genetic defect. But people liked it in domestic cats. So they kept breeding that defect. And you got snub-nosed house cats that are in shows and contests. Okay? Now, this cat died years ago. And Carol Baskin at Big Cat Rescue still is online raising money, trying to con you, the American public, because you're stupid. Okay? You are so blind, you can't even see where your money's being spent. Okay? She donated DNA right along with NSYNC Exotics, San Francisco Zoo, Big Cat Care, Sierra Endangered Cat Haven, Big Cat Rescue, Tiger Creek, Doc Antel, and the Feline Rescue Center. All, they donated DNA from their white tigers that were in all of their parks to Texas A&M University that did a genetic background, and not one was related anywhere And it proved the bitch that she was lying to herself. But yet she gets online and she convinces thousands and thousands of people that white tigers must be inbred to be white. It's right here, the proof from some of the top scientists in the world. Get online, white tiger genetics, DNA, Texas A&M, and pull up the whole scientific report of where they donated their own DNA from their own white tiger, and it proved that they're full of shit. Okay? So quit being scammed and quit giving money to Big Cat Rescue and these other places. For God's sake, how hard do you work for your money? Can you afford to pay your electric bill? Can you afford that your grandparents? What the hell happened? My audio's on. All right, we're back. Cord fell out of the camera. All right, well, anyway, can your grandparents afford their bills? Quit giving it to millionaires that are out there scamming you, the American public, for money. Okay, let's take this another step further tonight since we're educating you just a little bit. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. It's just a private little club that Carol Baskin started years ago when she started her 20-year plan to take over the exotic animal industry. Okay, on their website, they have this thing called GFAS Verified. Okay, you see this right here? GFAS Verified. That means that they're accredited by someone else. Now, if they're accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, like Big Cat Rescue is, it'll say GFAS Accredited Sanctuary. And you will see it's called creating an illusion. Okay? They're masters at doing this kind of shit. They'll have 200 facilities on here all across the world. 95% of them are verified, which means they're accredited by someone else. But to a politician and to a donor, it makes it look like that organization is gigantic. And it is accrediting all these places around the world when in fact, very, very few are accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. And if you go through their list, 95% of them are horse facilities. And you are allowing horse people to take your monkeys and your exotic animals away from you. It is seriously time to start educating people around the world about this kind of crap that's going on. Every night from now on, I'm going to dedicate at least 10 minutes of the show to educating the general public of just how bad they're getting screwed over out of their own money. And I can't believe that the economy is so big out there that people can just keep handing money fist over fist, okay, and giving their money away to scammers. It makes absolutely no sense to me. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
There's a place for all of God's creatures, right next to the mashed potatoes and gravy. The Tiger Cafe for your family. Open 24 hours, 20 miles west of Baton Rouge, I-10, exit 139 in Gross-Tet. This message brought to you by the Tiger Truck Stop Cafe and Tony the Truck Stop Tiger on behalf of innocent animal owners and victims of the animal rights movement. Remember what Tony says.
Animal rights activists taste like chicken.
The GW Zoo rescues more large cats than that of any place in the world, now holding 201 tigers and lions, with 19 more needing to be rehomed to the facility in Wynnewood, Oklahoma. rescue these tigers from poor living conditions, give them necessary treatment to bring them back up to health. We have dedicated veterinarians and on-site staff who have given up their lives to save these majestic creatures. With your support and donations, these big cats can live out the rest of their lives in a safe and loving place they can call home. Please help today by donating at gwzoo.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and let me introduce myself. My name's Joseph Maldonado, otherwise known as Joe Exotic, and I'm running for the presidential candidate of 2016. The small people of this country have never had a voice, and it's about time I stand up and give you that voice that you've been looking for. There's one thing about animals. Animals know your character, or whether or not you're a good person or not. So if these animals, tigers and lions, can trust me, by God, you can too. So be sure and get on joeexotic2016.com and see what I'm all about. And finally, get behind somebody that's going to stand up for you. Mwah.
This story was at GW Animal Park and here outside Oklahoma City in Oklahoma, and you know, we didn't necessarily know if this was a rescue situation or what this was going to be. We had heard about this very controversial guy, Joe Exotic, who has this animal park, and there are a lot of animal activists who don't like him and find him to be a bad person and cruelty to animals. I mean, you name it. And so I was a little skeptical and a little worried about what we were going to find and who this person was. I must say I was surprised and pleasantly surprised that, you know, the facility is really nice. All the animals look healthy. They all look happy. I didn't see any abuse here. I didn't see dirty cages. You know, I didn't find anything that was alarming. And unfortunately, in my life, I've seen a lot of alarming stuff. You know, and Joe is not a bad guy. You know, I can tell he loves his animals. I can tell that, you know, he's not a bad guy.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take all of you to stand up, bring your friends, start exposing all this. We have until November the 8th to make so much damn noise, somebody's going to listen to us, whether we win this election or not. And a lot of people are out there on Facebook wondering, you know, is it just a wasted vote? Is this really going to happen? We don't have to worry about anything until after the primaries are over. Then we got to hit it hard, because there can still be, you know, like the ex-mayor of New York, jump in as an independent candidate, still until March. People have until March to sign up to run for this election. So this ain't nowhere near a deadline, and it's nowhere near time to be over. Summertime's coming up, and by God, when I get on the road and we have thousands and thousands of people coming through this zoo and your zoos, and you people meeting people all over the country, this thing's going to grow a hell of a lot bigger than you think it's going to grow. And that's what scares the hell out of the animal rights people, Carol Baskin and everybody else. Because you know what? Again, I'll repeat myself. I'm not scared of them. I ain't scared of her. I ain't scared of dying for this cause either. You know why? Because it's right. It's what we have to do to take this country back. And it's what we have to do to stand up for our rights. But I'll never understand how come people keep giving her money right along with everybody else, okay? You'll never hear me sit here and say, oh, don't give them money, but give us money. I don't need your fucking money. What I want is you to spread the word, and I want you to understand that you're being scammed out there. 167 dead tigers and lions at Big Cat Rescue, and they're taking your animals away from you at the cost of raising $100,000 per tiger. Ask Kenny, ask Daniel, ask Michael Stapleton over there in Ohio what they lost and what the other people gained from them. If anybody should be in jail for any of this, it should be Governor Kasich. And I'm nowhere near done with his ass either, just because he's a governor, or Hillary Clinton, or even President Obama. I have a freedom of speech, and I have a voice. and nobody's going to take that away from me. And if you want to keep your rights and your animals, you need to stand up and have that same voice and them same guts. Because if you truly love your animals, you're not going to stand back and let them take it away from you. We'll be right back after this video message. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name's Joe Exotic, and I have a television show every Thursday through Monday at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time on joeexotic.tv. Now, if you're tired of your rights being taken away from you, not only as an American citizen, but as exotic animal owners or animal owners of any kind, this is probably one of the most important things that you need to start getting involved with, and that is the show live every night at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time on joeexotic.tv. With this show, we have something that none of the others do, and that's a worldwide live audience to expose the crap that's going on, taking your rights away of owning animals, stopping the lies, such as Big Cat Rescue telling about how dangerous these animals are and that they should be taken away from you and put in facilities such as hers. PETA, how many animals they kill. The Humane Society of the United States, how much money they take out of the general public, and it doesn't even go to help animals. Teaching our politicians is one of the strongest things that we need to do right now, along with educating the public from all over the world. Because when we can get our voice out there and we can teach the public the right from wrong about having animals and not having animals, we can shut some of this scam down. And some of these laws we can slow down if we couldn't even reverse them to allow you to have your animals and have your rights right here in America, such as white tigers. We need to clean up the lies about white tigers in order to raise money online and educate the public about the scams that's behind this industry and how we can improve it for the rights of you and the animals you love. So be sure and share this with everybody you know and start watching live every night, Thursday through Monday, on joeexotic.tv. And let's start educating the world on our behalf. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a new video message that we're going to put online today for you to share around and start growing this. Mike Earwood, you nailed it, buddy. These government politicians are supposed to be accountable to us, okay? We're the ones who put them into office, and they don't run our lives. They're supposed to be working for us. But one thing that I'll never understand about people that are having problems in small towns and different cities around the country is they're only city council members, okay? They get their ass voted out. Find somebody to run against them, or run against them yourself and make just as much noise as I'm making right now. And I'll guarantee you, things will change in this country because they don't want to lose those cushiony jobs. So let's make the bastards work for us. Coming up next, Animals and Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a video that's made by you, for the people, by the people, and your animals. Welcome to Joe Exotic Animals and Friends.
My angel don't fly, caught on the ground, unable to climb. She waits for the wind, she waits for her time, when my angel can fly. Woke up this morning with the sunshine in my eyes. All the clouds are gone and took the rain that came inside. I can't believe the way I feel about the day. All the bad is gone and all the good is here to stay. I can point to and all that I can see, because you love me, because you love
rights people are vowed to take your rights away to own any kind of animal. They've already started on exotic animals all across the United States. And they've selected out single kinds of dogs, dog breeders, and many other things. So let's stop it and give your rights back to you, the American people, to be able to have any kind of animal or pet you want on your property. So get on www.joeexotic2016.com and support the movement to support you. I'm Joseph Maldonado, otherwise known as Joe Exotic. And ladies and gentlemen, I stand behind the animals and you. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, share everything on Facebook. Get your friends involved. Start getting your friends involved. Get these bumper stickers out there. Yard signs should be in sometime this week. And we are moving on with this, okay? Don't forget, I will be in Tampa, Florida the first week of March. I'm going to hold a rally down there, and I'm going to speak at a conference, too. And we're going to see if we can't shake things up in the little world of Carol Baskin down there. Because you know why, lady? I'm not scared of you. All right? Joe Exotic is coming after every one of you crooked bastards this year, and I'm bringing my army. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time here on JoeExotic.tv.